Hello students. Hope you are watching the video lessons and following the instructions given by your teachers. I am Mita Mandal from Holy Hearts Educational Academy, your English teacher. Today I am going to explain you the first lesson of the main course book of class 8, George's Secret Key to the Universe. This lesson has 4 characters: George, Annie, Eric. Eric is Annie's father and a scientist. And Cosmos. Cosmos is a sort of supercomputer which can talk like humans. This story will explain you how a star is formed in the outer space. So let's start with the story. One day, George entered an abandoned house to find his pet. But when he entered, he found that the house was not abandoned. A girl lived there named Annie with her father Eric, who was a scientist, and he liked George very much. He found the house in a mess, but he spotted many interesting things among the clutter of books and papers. And the most interesting was Eric's computer. It was small, glossy, and a powerful computer. It was a supercomputer which can talk like humans, and a sort of computer which one might find in spaceships. Eric hit a couple of keys on the keyboard, and the computer produced a strange humming noise, flashing a white bright light across the screen. George was amazed to see such a computer which can talk. Eric introduced George to Cosmos, and Cosmos introduced itself to George. Since Cosmos could talk, he introduced itself as, "I am the most powerful computer in the world. In the future, there will be more powerful computers than me. But in present and in past, there are none." He also told George that he was more intelligent than Eric, as he could compute billions of numbers in nanoseconds, and even he could compute the lifespan of comets, stars, planets, galaxies, and so on. Eric told Cosmos that he wanted to show George how a star is formed. On hearing this, Cosmos immediately denied, saying and reminding Eric that George should take an oath. It was an oath of a scientist, that he would use science only for the welfare of mankind and never for the evil. Now, here I start with the second phase of the story. In the second phase of the story, students, I'm going to explain how Cosmos virtually showed George the formation of a star. A tiny beam of light came out of Cosmos' screen directly into the room where they all were seated, and it sketched a window in the middle of the room in air. George was awestruck. It was an incredible sight to see the outside world, to see the space. The sky was dark all over with billions of blinking stars. It was an incredible and beautiful sight to see. George could see tiny particles moving around inside the cloud to form lumps of matter. And the lump kept on spinning round and round, gathering more particles inside it. But surprisingly, as the lump was gathering particles inside it, it was not getting bigger in size. Instead, it was getting smaller and smaller in size, as if somebody was squeezing it. As it was getting smaller in size, it was getting hotter and hotter too. And it began to glow with dim but frightening light. Soon, the ball exploded from inside, throwing out its outer shell and transformed into a bright shining star. George was awestruck. It was very beautiful. George asked Eric whether the star was going to shine like that forever. Eric replied that nothing was forever. Yes, it's an universal phenomena that anything that is born has to perish one day. Students, I hoped you understood the lesson. Try to write the answers to the questions given at the end of the lesson, and rest of the instructions will be given to you in your WhatsApp group. Soon I'll join you with a new lesson. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye.